Hello and welcome back. We are really doing really fine with this tutorial already, and we still have mostly just 4 episodes already. And of course, a real Python tutorial wouldn't be enough without really digging into the Python standard library a bit. And we'll do it in somehow like 4 episodes. And in here you can see we have already the first one would be about the let's say there are some packages that are really useful. The first one is OS, next is Regex, and internet and math in Python. So let's start with OS and the operating system interface. So here we have OS, and it gives us, and if we get the CWD, it gives us the repository where we are working. So I'm working in this repository. So we are in admin repos Python Ultimate tutorial. We can check the what we have in the, we can change the working directory, and we check which one I am in, and it is here in this directory. And now I can create a temp there, and we have a 256 output that says okay, you have done it. And here we can see as well the list. Let's say if 200 temp there. Oh, okay. We should have a 0 return value here. It did the temp there. The other one is 256 is that directory already exists. So make sure that the return value is 0 here. Return value must be 0 for their creation. So here we can check the functions of OS, and there are plenty of them. And we can see that it's quite useful library with a lot of functionalities. Can have some help OS, and we check the help, the official help you have with OS, and you can do it with any of the, let's say, the packages of Python. There's a full help around it, and you can check it out. You can do it for any package. We have also shuttle, which is really important as well. We will also change to the directory to our, okay, I will maybe clean this up, and we can change the directory with this one. So anyway, it will restart everything and it will clean everything, and that would, okay, perfect. So I am back to my directory, and here we can see that we can check the directories we have. Maybe we have also some can do some os.ls maybe. So ls, it's the terminal one, get ls maybe, or doc, you can see os Python for listing. There is the walk actually, and we will just use this one, listing trees folder. Here, list there. Okay, I just need the list there. So here we have another one. You can find it in the code. So list there, or maybe there's, yeah. So list there, we can check if we want some kind of, if we have this pedit or not. I had it in that temp directory of before. Here we can just use, okay, I can copy, for example, let's say I would copy the work file. And you can do all this from Python without using the terminal work file to work file.txt. So here it has returned, so it has been created, and here we can see that we have a work file.txt normally, and it's in here. It's the first one. Here we can move this work file.txt to something else. File.txt to work file.json, and here we don't have .txt anymore. We have renamed this to work file.json. Can use the wildcards, for example, can check all the files that are .py, and I have no one. Let's say .ipnb, that are Jupyter notebooks, and I have all the tutorials here, from the ultimate tutorial to the last one. The last one will be about virtual environments and packages in Python. For this standard official documentation of Python. We can pick up the command line arguments. Here we can check what are the argv of sys. Here you can see that I am using this Jupyter notebook, and it's using those arguments to run my code. Something else would be from another terminal. Let's say I would do some terminal here, and I'll just do this. I do like the Python prompts, like normal Python prompts without the Python, without the Jupyter notebook. I would have something else. Like if you're using something else, it's totally okay if you have something else. Okay, here you can say Python, and here I can put this, and argv have nothing in my argv, for example. I can write some error output. We can redirect the output, the error output, and write something else. Also, next one would be regex, like how to use the string pattern matching. And if you're good with regex, you can find, like here we say, okay, in this sentence we will find all the regex that match this regex, and they would be like food, fair, and fast. Normally, like just starting with F. Like here we say, okay, it starts with F and should contain actually just alphabets. And for example, if we do just 2 here, it's 1. No, okay, somehow F, A, Z, maybe second one shouldn't. Yeah, exactly. So this one doesn't work. Perfect. So this is what, if you could do the regex, you would really use this one. Like sometimes regex can be really useful to have phone numbers, emails, that really follows some specific patterns. Also to construct. There are a lot of applications for regex. Here we can also use the find all, use substitute, change some things in here following some regex, and here we can also use this, let's say, this functionality replace, and we will replace 2 by 2. So in mathematics, we can have math.cos, can have the log. Also, there is the random, let's say, package, which is really useful. Random.choice, it will just choose one element of this list, which is really nice. Also, you can create some samples, like 10 samples of this list, and sampling without replacing. Just pick up 10 elements from this list if you want, or from this list, for example, or from whatever, if you really are into something. But normally they can be, yeah, they can be just small and big. Normally you have more, why you have way more bigger numbers than than smaller numbers is because you have more probability to end up in a bigger number than in a smaller number. So it has to do just with some uniform probabilities. Here you have random.random will return a random float. Random.random range, rand range 6 will give you some random from 0 to 5. You can also have statistics, like statistics library. You have some data, you can have the mean on the data, the median, or the variance of the data. Also like some more variance, maybe standard deviation, CD, statistics, Python, standard deviation, or you can just do it like from the variance, like just square roots std dev, okay, std dev. So here you have the standard deviation. You have also some internet access protocols like libraries that can really be really interesting. For example, here you can access the URL of my tutorial and see where is Python in it. Python, maybe you will have a lot of Python in it. And here, for example, it scraps actually from the, you can see it goes to the HTML response and really reads it as a file, as HTML file as it is. So it's all these things here. Wherever there is a Python, it will output it in an HTML format, tag format. You have some email libs libraries. Here just you need some server running and you would totally be able to use email for this. So this is basically it for this one, and let's do the rest in the next video.